Rebecca Rogers. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just so glad you're here today. I thought I was gonna finally do an episode by myself. You're saying? Okay. You guys have asked for it, so we're doing another episode of We Can't Make This Stuff Up. Now you're leaving? Where are you going? While you guys are watching this, I'm actually gonna be in Disney World. Or just coming back from Disney World, I guess. So I figured, let's stay on theme. I asked the Disney cast members in my following on Instagram and Facebook, hey guys, what are some crazy things you guys have seen at work that make you think, oh my gosh, I don't get paid enough? And here are 15 of their answers. This one's not really funny, but definitely the creepiest story I have. We had some rich guy come into Club 33, which is a secret yet not so secret restaurant in New Orleans Square. And I think it was his first time there. Wondered if any of the hostesses or waitresses were interested in hanging out with him. We told him we could not accommodate him. How do you just go to Disney World and ask for the princesses to escort you? Do you not get that's illegal and gross? Disney princesses like to make kids smile and make their days magical, not accompany creepy old men. That's not why they hang out at Disney World. My what? Oh, this is a lightning lane. You buy it with Genie Plus. You mean my Fast Pass? I mean, Fast Passes are free. We have a new system called Lightning Lane and you have to buy it with Genie Plus. But I want to go in this short line. You're more than welcome to purchase the Lightning Lane, but I want it to be free. It used to be free and it should still be free. I'm so sorry, I don't make the rules, but that is the new policy. No, you're gonna let me go because this is Disney and Disney employees aren't allowed to tell guests no. It ruins the magic. We actually are allowed to tell people no, like right now I'm telling you, no, you are not allowed to get a free Lightning Lane. Now have a magical day. I feel like
have a magical day
is Disney cast member speak for
have the day you deserve,
or some other not nice words that I will not be repeating on this channel. And I'm here for it. I once had a woman come up and ask for a ticket to Disneyland and place this box on the counter while looking at her wallet. I don't know how she managed to get the box past security, but I see a picture on it in dates. And I realized that, oh my gosh, while I waited for security, it broke my heart, but a lot of people like to dump ashes on rides and it literally just gets vacuumed up at the end of the night. I confirmed with my cast member friend, that is a thing. I don't really understand why it's a thing. Awful happening to a family member, especially young family members, and wanting them to be in the happiest place ever, forever. I don't have kids, but I feel like that's a yes thing to say that most parents wouldn't want their kids playing in ashes. I feel like that's also a health hazard, a safety hazard. I can see where it would be a... I had this one lady who didn't know it could actually rain at Disney. Excuse me, I'm not a fan of this wet stuff coming from the sky. Could you just tell your boss to turn it off? We have no way of controlling the rain, ma'am. This is Florida. We get quick storms like this all the time, but it should clear in like an hour. What about the bubble? The bubble? The what? You know, the Disney bubble? Like all of Disney World is under this big bubble and you can control the weather and the temperature and all the things? There's no bubble. I'm sorry, but that doesn't exist. No, I know you're messing with me. I know there's a bubble, okay? I know. I don't know if it's supposed to be some secret, but I know, so just fix it. Fix the wet stuff. Why do so many people think this is a thing? I don't understand. I know that's not a like one in a lifetime story. I know there's multiple people that genuinely think there's a bubble at Disney World. Like the high schoolers that are like, oh yeah, there's a pool on the roof. I don't know why that became such a common rumor. I don't understand it. Does anyone know? Can anyone let me know in the comments why so many people think there's a Disney bubble that keeps the rain out? Like, I don't get why, I don't get it. It was when I was working at Space Mountain one time. I basically had to stood by the handicapped entry of the ride and help people get on and off with their wheelchairs. Anyways, it was the middle of summer and some lady got on the ride in a really big hoodie. Thought it was a little weird to wear a jacket when it was so hot outside. But whatever. The attendants were going through to check the lap bars and just make sure everything was safe. One of the cast members hears whining coming from the lady's jacket and found that She smuggled her infant daughter on the ride. We told her you can't ride with an infant, that's not safe. And she argued with us about it. Refused to get off. Yeah, it escalated and she ended up getting blacklisted from the park. You wanna squish your infant in the little lap bar with you while going like however fast Space Mountain goes? But the one thing I know about babies is you gotta be very careful and gentle and you go slow and you have to have the head and just, you know, you're careful with babies. Space Mountain's not careful. I feel like it's pretty common sense to just not take your infant on a roller coaster, you know? But what do I know? Parents, anyone out there beg to differ? I'm just a lowly, childless millennial that doesn't know anything about babies. What do I know? No ma'am, everyone who wants Genie Plus does indeed pay for it. Well, I know that family over there didn't have to pay for theirs. That family with the Make-A-Wish shirts on? Yep. Ma'am, that's a Make-A-Wish family, okay? Meaning their child is very sick. Oh, so that just makes them better than everyone? They don't have to pay just like everybody else? Just to make sure we're on the same page. Because you think that is unfair? Are you trying to tell me that my kids are less important than theirs? I was truly at a loss for words. That's just gross behavior. I don't know what else to say about it. That's just gross behavior. How are you not embarrassed? I don't understand how you're not embarrassed. What? I worked at Club Cool at Epcot and one time this dude pulled down his daughter's pants and let her pee all over the floor. When questioned, he said, the bathrooms are too far away. Yep, best part of the job.
Hey, and the cat, do not pee in the yard.
Talk about entitled. My kid doesn't want to stop playing. Who am I to make them stop playing to go to the bathroom? So yeah, you can just clean up her urine. It's not like that's not a bodily fluid or a safety hazard or anything. And before someone in the comments is like, oh, but urine is sterile, you don't know what kind of stuff people have going on, okay? Just stop trying to be a smart aleck. Bottom line is it's gross. It's gross to just allow your child to pee anywhere and make people clean it up. Stop trying to be a keyboard warrior. Kevin, I see you trying to argue about it. Stop. Excuse me, I heard that Disney is now allowing hotel guests to park for free at the hotel? Yes, ma'am. Anyone who stays at a hotel is allowed to park their car for free at that hotel. Yep, and it's now available to everybody. So, what new perks are you gonna give us? Excuse me? I mean, just between you and me, you and I both know that the club members are just better, okay? We're the VIPs of Disney. So what else are you gonna be giving us to show us that we're more valuable than the less fortunate? You get better accommodations, flexibility with tickets, like lots and lots of perks. Do you want an additional perk because we're not making non-members pay an additional fee? What kind of additional fee in lieu of parking so that they understand? Understand what? Their place.
Oh my, my, my.
Or just gross, entitled behavior. I work at Club Cool and we have sodas from all around the world. So many people would try the Beverly, which is Italy's soda, and it's pretty typical for people to think it's gross and throw up. That's why we have a bunch of trash cans right next to it. Deep clean it just for a few hours later, another entitled human being to not take the time to move their body half an inch.
Oh, my stomach. Oh man.
But I didn't throw up. And I know that some people just can't control that stuff, and that is fine. I feel like it's reasonable that if you know that you get sick easily like that from food, or even if you don't, if there's signs that people know, oh, sometimes people throw up from this soda, just like be ready for the trash can, or don't try it. You just drink and see how gross it is, and that's fine, but just be mindful of where your bodily fluids are going. Why is it that hard to be considerate? Hi, sweet girl. I'm so sorry, but I can't allow you to stay in the hot tub by yourself. You're a little too young, so I'm gonna have to ask you to get out. Excuse me, did you tell my daughter she wasn't allowed to use the hot tub? Yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry. The sign says no unattended children and your daughter's about 7. She just can't stay in the hot tub by herself. It's not, yes, ma'am. The rule applies to children under 12. Your daughter's under 12. They are 16, so it's different. Difficult. Sweetheart, you can go head back in the hot tub. Mommy's gonna go to the room and you can stay there as long as you want, okay? Do not listen to this mean man if he tells you to get out. You're perfectly fine. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but if you do that, we're gonna have no choice but to ask you to leave the property. We paid good money to be here, so we can do whatever we want while we're here, okay? We have a code 3. We'll get out of the pool because you don't want to follow the rules.
It's not that hard.
People just annoy me sometimes. I don't get it. Why is it so hard to just follow the rules? I'll never understand. About halfway through the dinner, the husband politely stands up and taps his glass for attention. He announced that his wife of 15 years has been cheating on him for over a year. The entire place stood in shock. I guess you were trying to embarrass your wife for cheating on you, which, like, that's your business. How you handle letting her know that you know. Like, again, we do not have sympathy for cheaters on this page. That's not what this video is for today. But you're not only ruining the dinner for everyone else there that you're making feel very uncomfortable, you're ruining this trip for your children. Like, is this gonna traumatize them and ruin? What consequences is that gonna have on your kids? And, like, I don't know if I support that. That just seems like a waste, in my opinion, and whatever. Proof of what? Proof of residency, you know, like a Florida driver's license, a bill with your name and address on it, anything along those lines. Anything that just shows you live here. Why would you need that? Because these tickets are priced specifically for Florida residents, so we have to make sure you're a Florida resident. But I don't have any of those things. I'm from Virginia. Then we cannot give you a Florida resident ticket and you're gonna have to buy a regular ticket. I'm telling you, if you're not a Florida resident, you cannot buy tickets at a Florida resident rate. Kids, do you hear that? These mean cast members aren't gonna let us into the park. You see them? They're so mean. They wanna ruin our vacation. They're just being so unfair. They're just not gonna let us in. Wait, what is happening? You see this? Wait till the internet sees this. I'm getting you all on camera. Look at my kids. Look at how devastated they are because these mean cast members won't let us into the park, all because they want to ruin our vacation. Look at how devastated my kids are. What?
Absolutely not.
More gross behavior. Why are people like this? And now you're having a tantrum because they're not gonna give you discounted tickets that you don't qualify for? Then don't go. Like, I understand Disney World is a luxury. It's a very expensive place. Not everyone has the ability to go. If you can't go, then don't go. Yes, it is very expensive. Yes, I do think that the prices should be lowered. Is that their fault? No, they just work there. One evening, Piglet was working at the Crystal Palace and was just moving from table to table, interacting with guests. He went to one table where a couple was sitting down. He punched Piglet so hard, they ended up with fractured ribs. Obviously, the guy was banned from Disney for life, but oh my gosh! Piglet, a Disney character. Poor Piglet. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Your daughter's a little too short to go on this ride. Again, I'm so sorry about that. The exit from the line is right over there. Oh, she might be too short, but I'm not. I'm going on this ride. Okay, does she have another grown-up she can wait with while you ride the ride? I'm just gonna have her sit here with you. With me? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot babysit your child for you. It's only for a few minutes. The ride isn't long. Do your job and watch my kid. I am not gonna be watching your child, and your child cannot be running around here unaccompanied. So I'm sorry, if there's not another adult to sit with her while you're on the ride, you're gonna have to exit the line. I've said this before. Parents, I don't know why that's so hard to understand. Yes, you are at Disney. Yes, there are people at Disney who want you to have a fun trip. No, it is not their job to be in charge of your kids. That's not a thing. This happened at Epcot's annual Food and Wine Festival. A drunk 23-year-old man decided to go backstage and steal a cargo work cart. An employee tried to stop him from entering backstage and the dude punched him in the face. The face with a 3-foot-long PVC pipe. That is so unacceptable. And I already know there's gonna be people in the comments that are like, this is why they shouldn't have alcohol. Plenty of people that are able to have a glass of wine. I don't think it's a food and wine festival problem. I think that's an individual person problem, in my own opinion. That was 15 examples of Disney cast members letting us know we can't make this stuff up. If you are a Disney cast member or you know somebody that is, this is a safe place to let us know some of the crazy stuff you've seen working down in the comments. Don't forget to let me know which one of these 15 was your favorite. I'm gonna let you know also. And if you have another occupation that you wanna see us talk about and share stories, you know the drill. Some amazing human in my comment section. Go do that. And I'm gonna get ready to read all of them. Because I think you need it. The kind of sleep where you wake up and you're like, what year is it?